8 ways bullying affects you. The primary goal of a bully is to put you down so that they can feel more powerful. When you feel powerless, they feel in control. Narcissists often employ bullying tactics to make themselves look better than you, as well as instill fear in you to keep control over you. Not all bullies are narcissists, but most narcissists are bullies who uses fear techniques to manipulate and crush you. Here are 8 signs to look for that may point to that you are subtly being bullied by someone. If you experience any of these signs, please seek professional help. 1. You feel like you do not belong. When being the target of bullying, people often start to avoid being associated with you to not become a target of bullying themselves. You may feel isolated and can start to withdraw from society. Bullies often tell you that you are alone and that no one will come to your aid. They want you to lose hope and not seek help. They actually rely on you not seeking help, for they know that if you start asking for help, you will eventually find someone who hates bullies who will help you. Bullies also make you believe that there is something wrong with you, as well as that you deserve to be bullied because you are a freak or you are different than others. You may start to withdraw from society because of shame, which is exactly what the bully wants. They want others to think you are withdrawing because you do not like them, not because you are hiding from the bully or a possible embarrassment from others that may also point to faults you think you have. Bullies also do not want you to interact with other people, as it increases the risk that the truth may come out about how you are being bullied and that you may find help. Number 2. You feel worthless. When you feel you have no one to turn to and that you are worthless, you have to realize that those are thoughts someone made you believe about yourself. You are not alone and worthless. You can make friends and you can learn skills, even if you have no friends and cannot do anything at this moment. Who and what you are now has no indication on who and what you can become if you decide to act. But bullies want you to believe you will fail, so that you do not even try, for they fear that if you try, you may succeed and outshine them. Then they have to face up to the reality that they are losers. Never let anyone tell you that something is impossible for you. Seek people who have already done what you want to do or something similar and model what they did. Number 3. You have low self-esteem. Bullies, especially narcissistic bullies, break down your confidence in your own abilities. You start to doubt what you are capable of, as well as your own worth as a human being. You may start to believe that you are not entitled to certain things. The primary way bullies break down your self-esteem is through insults. They may outright make bad remarks and ridicule you, or they can do it subtly with backhanded comments or even disguised as jokes or demeaning nicknames, such as calling you fatty or slowpoke or crybaby when you voice your displeasure about their treatment towards you. Often, they will say that they were only joking and that you are taking things way too seriously, or even that you are selfish for wanting something. They want you to believe you are capable of nothing, so that you do not even try, as well as make you believe that you are entitled to nothing, so that you actually thank them for just leaving you alone. When someone continues to degrade you with names and put down comments, you eventually will start to believe it, such as being called a loser. Eventually, you will believe you are a loser. Number 4. You live in fear. Bullies, especially narcissistic bullies, primarily use fear and guilt to manipulate people. However, their fear-mongering have far-reaching consequences on you. You do not only become fearful of a bully, but to life in general. You start to become nervous and jumpy. You may even start to have stomach and bladder problems where you almost always have a tight stomach. You may find that you constantly have an upset stomach and may need to use the restroom constantly. You may start to develop urinary tract infections due to the stress of constantly being under fear. Note that the bully does not directly need to threaten to harm you. Bullies can cause fear in you through various ways. It could be telling you that they will throw you out on the street, or that they will leave you, or that you do not look healthy. They may even threaten to harm themselves, or constantly tell you of all the negative things that happen with other people, so that you start to fear driving a car or going to the movies or even going out shopping. Anything they can say and do to make you fearful. When you're in a state of fear, you either do what they want you to do so that they do not harm you or themselves, or you turn to them for protection if they tell you the fear is in the world outside of you. Often you are so focused on what is going on around you as you become hyper alert that you fail to see what the bully is doing to you. If you live with a bully or go to work or school where one is, you may start to feel ill when you enter the area, such as when you get home or when you get to school, where you normally run into the bully. This can make you not want to go to these places and can cause your work to suffer or your schoolwork, as well as your health. You may also start to feel ill when it gets close to the time a bully comes home or near break time in school, where you know the bully will wait for you. If you ever fear meeting someone, you are being intimidated by that person. Number 5. You change yourself to fit in. Often people would change their appearance to please a bully, so that they are either not picked on anymore or they get the appraisal of the bully. This is often the case when a bully is a family member or a partner. At school or at work, you may start to change your behavior to be accepted in the circle of a bully, or at least not seen as weird and picked on. You may find yourself doing things that you feel not comfortable in doing or may even not condone yourself. However, you may find that the bully constantly moves the goalpost and requires more proof that you are not weird and want to fit in, or that you want to please them and love them, as in the case of a partner or a family member. They will just keep on pushing and demanding more and more from you while calling you names if you refuse to do anything. The power and control you give them by changing who you are to please them is exhilarating to them, and they will never stop, but will continue to see how far they can get you to go. It makes them feel important. In the process, you will lose who you really are, and you may do things that you may regret for the rest of your life. You can even destroy your life. Never change yourself or do things to please a bully. Number 6. You find it hard to be happy. Bottling up your anger when you are called names by a bully and picked on makes you feel defenseless. This rage at the unfairness of your treatment will build up inside you and start to eat you from the inside. Slowly you will lose your happiness and drive to do things. You may struggle with dealing with your anger and may become irritated and restless. You may find no joy in the things you used to love doing. You may snap at others for no reason, or even get angry at yourself for no apparent reason. You may start to struggle to focus on tasks, especially long tasks. You may feel rage inside you or cry yourself to sleep. You may find that you have mood swings that are unpredictable and triggered without warning. It can happen that you go from angry to helpless to vulnerable to sad to frustrated to feeling utterly alone in mere minutes without knowing why you're feeling this way. Number 7. You berate yourself. Victims of bullying and narcissists often start to believe they are the cause of the treatment and actually take on the role of a bully. They may berate themselves if they make the smallest mistake, such as saying to themselves they are such a loser and useless just because they forgot to lock a window or door. This negative self-talk will cause you to lose respect for yourself and your self-esteem. It can cause you to hate yourself, where you start to care nothing about your own safety, health, and well-being. Number 8. You feel like ending your life. If bullying goes on too long, it can cause you to start to self-harm. The self-harm actually starts when you start to abuse food, drugs, alcohol, or neglect your hygiene and appearance. But it can go to the stage where you actually damage your body. This can be through scratching or cutting yourself, biting or tearing your nails. You may think of or actively plan to end your life. Life may seem pointless and just a deep, dark, horrible pit to you. You may even believe the world would be a better place without you in it. But that is only the thoughts of a bully who over time made you believe that. You may find that you suffer from depression. The self-harm is a way of dealing with the anger you have towards yourself for allowing to be bullied, and ending your life is a way of escaping the helplessness you are feeling. Self-harm is also a way to try to show the world and the bully, look at what you are doing to me. It is a desperate plea for help. However, the bully is only going to love it when they realize they are getting you to the point where you are contemplating ending your life. And they will often spur you on to go ahead, often telling you what a favor you will be doing the world by ending yourself. They may also tell you it is a good thing, for you are so worthless. Why do you not just end your own suffering by taking your own life? At this point, you will be in a very dark place in your life. You may lose a lot of weight or gain weight in a way to try to deal with your emotions. Please, seek help if you're dealing with the thoughts of ending your life or if you are self-harming. It is not your fault that you are being bullied. There's no shame in asking for help, but please realize that it may happen that the people you ask at first cannot or do not want to help you or do not believe you. If that happens, keep asking others for help. Look online for help or seek professional help. Consider medication just to help you cope with things until you're able to deal with things. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it. Also subscribe to my channel so you can be notified of new videos as I release them. For more information about the different types of narcissists found, as well as helping you overcome your need for revenge and anger towards the narcissist, follow the links in the description to my books.